Let's look at what's in the left-hand vertical set of icons. This is the quick access list and contains useful system tools as well as testing applications. At the top of the list is Iceweasel, Kali's internet browser, and a variant of Firefox. When I click on Iceweasel, the browser starts up and a new entry appears on the right-hand side of the top menu bar. As default, the home screen for Iceweasel is the Kali site. Clicking on the menu icon at the right hand side shows the standard kind of options we'd expect in a browser. And to the left are the controls for favourites and returning to the home page. I'll replace the URL with https://wiki.debian.org/iceweasel. And this brings up the Iceweasel project page. Okay, I'll close Iceweasel now. The next application in the left-hand quick access list is Terminal, which is a bash shell. This provides a standard Linux command line. If I type ls, I can see the files in the Kali directory. If I type ps, I can see the running processes. We'll be using the shell a lot, but for now I'll just close it. The third item is the Files tool, which provides a graphical method of navigating around the Kali system. If I press Other Locations at the bottom, I see the computer and a Windows network. If I select the computer, I can see all of Kali's files and directories displayed. If I double click on a file entry, I'll open the file. If I double click on a directory, I'll change directory to it. I'll move down to the user directory and open that. I'll go to the share directory and open that. It's useful to remember the user share directory because this is where the security testing applications are stored. Not all are available through the graphical menu, but those that aren't can be started at the command line. At the top left of the Files pane, we can see the last two subdirectories we've looked at, and we can see forward and backward arrows to navigate between directories. I'll close this now. It's worth noting that we can access the Files tool directly from the top Places menu item. The next two items in the Quick Access application list are the Metasploit framework and Armitage, which are part of Kali's exploitation tools suite. Metasploit contains a database of known vulnerabilities in the form of exploits that can be run against a target system to check whether it's vulnerable. It's one of the main tools in Kali for infrastructure testing. Armitage provides a graphical interface for managing targets as well as a Metasploit console. The next application in the Quick Access list is Burp Suite. This is one of the key web application analysis tools provided by Kali and provides the capabilities to both crawl a website looking for vulnerable code and to act as a proxy, enabling browser data to be intercepted and modified to test for weaknesses. Maltego is the next entry in the Quick Access list. Maltego is part of the information gathering suite of Kali tools, but it's also a very useful tool for analysing and graphically representing attacks. Maltego allows relationships to be modelled between a range of items such as systems and people, and can use open source intelligence gathering to help fill out the picture it provides. The BeefXSS framework comes next. This is a cross-site scripting framework that enables a tester to exploit and gain control of a target browser using client-side attack vectors and use it to pivot into a network. Then we have the Faraday IDE, which is a new item introduced in the recent Kali 2016 release. This is an integrated environment for penetration testers to enable collaboration and collation of testing results at a team level. Third from the bottom of the Quick Access list is the LeafPad text editor. This provides a similar set of functionality to Notepad or Debian's Nano. The next entry is the Tweak tool. This provides graphical access to some of the system settings in Kali. Using this tool, we can change the appearance of the desktop, change the functionality of the desktop, customize the functionality and menus in the GNOME interface, change fonts, and we can customize the keyboard and mouse operation. We can define the action to be taken on pressing the power button, and we can add applications to the startup list. We can modify the top bar appearance, customize key sequences and actions on certain keys, and configure how windows are shown and operate, And finally, we can define the workspace configuration. The final entry on the quick access list is a navigation tool which can be used as an alternative means of accessing testing applications, system applications and settings. When pressed, it shows the 13 categories of applications and the system applications. When one of the testing categories is clicked, it expands to show the next level of grouping or the individual testing applications. The 3 circles on the right of the screen are used to select each of the 3 pages of entries. There's also a search bar at the top. I'll type B, and we can see all the testing applications, system applications and settings which contain the character B shown. Entering UR reduces this list just to Burp Suite.